it looks like a lot of people are in Florida for winter. There is a little funny story about an elderly couple who were going for their vacation to Florida. The husband was driving the car without the seat belt when he spotted a patrol car right behind him. He grabbed the belt immediately and put it on. But it was too late, and the red lights were flashing behind him. The officer asked, "You weren't wearing your seat belt, were you?" The man said, "Yes, I was. And if you don't believe me, ask my wife." The officer turned to her and said, "What do you say, ma'am?" Very innocently, his wife said, "Officer, I have been married to this man for 40 years, and there is one thing I have learned: never argue with him when he's drunk." Just give him the ticket for wearing not the seat belt. In today's gospel, we see Jesus doing some spring cleaning to the temple. He doesn't argue with the merchants and the money changers who turned the temple into a marketplace. Instead, he chases them away from the temple with a whip of cords. According to Jewish tradition, there is nothing wrong with the people coming into the temple and offering the pigeons, lambs, and goats, and so on, in reparation for their sins and offering prayers and worship to God. In fact, it was the law of that time. Of course, the temple was the house of prayer, and it was God's presence among his people. On the other hand, the money changers would have argued that they were there simply to assist the people with their religious duties. But there are some problems here. The area of the temple that was reserved for the Gentiles to worship God was now a marketplace or a den of thieves with a lot of noise and bargaining. So, the cost of doing the service in the temple also had gotten out of hand, costing the poor pilgrims 3 or 4 days of their wages to fulfill their religious duties. The temple was a place of mystery and awe, not a place to turn into a space with markets and business-like transactions. That's why the Lord noticed that Gentiles were treated with contempt, and he was trying to restore the proper awe and reverence that is due to God. Our relationship with God must be that of a child to his or her parents, one of mutual love, respect, and desire for the family's well-being, with no thought of personal profit or gain. Hence, fulfilling our Sunday obligation only out of fear of punishment is not a Christian approach. In the same way, obeying the 10 Commandments and doing acts of charity merely as a requirement for a heavenly reward is out of selfish motive. Therefore, let us now ask ourselves during this Lent, do we think God as a vending machine where we put into our sacrifices and get back his blessings? Do we use our acts of obedience to God's commandments, as mentioned in today's first reading, as a bargaining chips with God? Certainly, these acts must be done out of our true love for God and neighbor. Dear friends, our church is a place where we come together as a Christian community to worship and praise God. In this holy place where we gather strength to offer our duties according to the gospel values. It's a place where we come to enter into a deeper relationship with God, our Father. In this building, many prodigal sons and daughters have met their merciful Lord during the confession or reconciliation. In this building, tears have been shed by those who are in pain or grief. Tears of joy have been also shed for other wonderful celebrations here. So, Lent is a time to make our home and our life a place where Christ feels at home and not a stranger. It is a time to make this place a sacred space for us by offering our prayers and gifts as we worship God, and by giving our time and talents through various ministries to follow Jesus and serve others. I like to end with a quote from a very famous German theologian, Karl Rahner. This might sound a little harsh, but he has a very important message. He writes, "The number one cause for atheism is Christians. Those who proclaim God with their lips and deny Him with their lifestyle are what the world finds simply unbelievable."